Might be 1, might be 2, might be 3. So just pop it in the chat, because I'd love to know a little bit more about what you want to achieve, and maybe I can kind of tailor this class a little bit to your wants. So I'll go first. My flexibility goal is to just sort of get back to where I was before I had the baby. I'm doing quite well now. I'm stretching a lot more frequently, so I've got my passion back. I've got my my training schedule kind of back. Yeah, so that's my goal, is to get back to the level that I was before I had Orlando. So you can just type in the chat. Get your splits, Solange says. Heidi, work towards needle scale and chest stand. Heidi, that's really good that you're doing this class, because upper back is very important for needle scales and chest stands. So hopefully it'll help you. And improve my contortion Scorpio and get my needle scale looking fab. Your needle scale already looks fab. Crystal, splits and more flexi back bends. Splits and needle scales, Emma. Leah, to do it, beautiful upper back flexibility, badass poses. Yeah, sounds good. Laura, working towards needle scale and squaring hip flexors. Cool. Susie, improved flexibility for pole moves. Yeah, that's a common one, isn't it? We all want to do flexy things on the pole. Yeah, cool. And yeah, that's really interesting just to read all of these. Margaret says loosen muscles, especially upper back, to reduce pain. Do you get pain, Margaret? Do you have like lower back pain? Yeah, definitely upper back stretching is going to help a lot with that. For those of you that have just joined, I'm just asking the question, what's your flexibility goals? Just so that I can be a little bit more clear about what you guys want from the classes and what you want to achieve. So if you're like just coming in now and you're thinking, what are they talking about? That's what we're talking about. So if anyone wants to write anything else, a goal, Gina, middle splits and needle scale. Yeah, I knew those ones, Gina. I know you now. Cool. Okay, so let's start, unless anyone else wants to say anything else. So we're going to start with quite a nice relaxing upper back stretch. So this exercise is for increasing the mobility of the thoracic spine, so the upper back. So I would say try, if you've got 2 blocks, use 2 blocks. If you have just 1, you could maybe turn it on the side. You want it to be a little bit higher than just 1 block. Natalia says, I'm having a problem with my audio. Oh no! Can you not hear? Technology. I hope you get it sorted. Okay, so what I want you to do is place the block just under the scapula, just under the shoulder blades. Okay, so upper back. I want you to have your hands behind your head, you're opening your chest. And then what I want you to do is arch back, bring your head down towards the ground. And then you're going to bring chin to chest, rounding the upper spine. 2 things to remember when you're doing these. Try to tuck the pelvis a little bit, so don't overextend in the lower back. If you do feel it in the lower back, it probably means your form is not correct. So yeah, tuck the pelvis a little bit, try to refrain from overextending. Okay, let's do 2 sets of 10 on these. So you want to really feel the upper back opening. 1. 2. So we're doing them quite slowly so you can really engage. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9, 10. Good, you can come up for a minute and just move around a little bit. Who felt that in the upper back? Hopefully, you all did. Okay, so let's do another set. So we'll do 10 more. Just make sure if your blocks feel like they're moving down your back, you just want to correct them. So you want to make sure that they're kind of here at your brass strap area. You don't want to feel this too much in your lower back. Okay, so position yourself and let's do 10 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Cool. Okay. So the reason we did that cold is because sometimes when you're quite warm and you do that exercise, it's quite hard to feel the right engagement. Like it's quite hard to actually feel what your upper back's doing. Some of you might still be kind of figuring it all out at the moment. For many years I didn't know how to access my upper back and I didn't know where I was feeling a back bend, so if you're still sort of starting with all of this, then it can be a little bit hard to know. Okay, so we're going to come onto our front. We're going to warm up the hips a bit because we will be doing back bend, so hips are super important. Bend one leg. So you're going to squeeze the bum, push the hips into the floor, and you want to raise your thigh off the ground, like this. But don't take the whole hip off, you want the hip bones to be pushing down. Alright, so we're going to do 10 on each side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, okay. And now with a straight leg, so same idea, keep hip bones onto the floor and raise leg up. Extended leg now, so straight knees, like this. Okay, let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let's do the other side. So bend the other leg. Raise the thigh off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Straight leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. Coming up onto hands and knees, making sure that wrists are underneath the shoulder. You're going to send your leg up with a bent leg. Okay, try not to overextend in the lower back, so try to keep the stomach in and lengthen the spine. So your foot is not going to your head, so you don't need to look up and try and find your foot. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, come on to forearms now. You're going to swing your leg up with a straight leg. Okay, let's go squeeze the bum, extend the leg, hips square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, hips feeling a bit warmer now? Alright, so we're going to come into a lunge. So we're going to do our hip flexor stretch. So really try to think about where you're stretching. You want to feel it deep into the hip flexor. You don't want to do a sinky lunge like this. You want to tuck the tailbone under, suck stomach in towards the spine, extend this part of the back, tuck the foot. Good. And you can go and bring one arm up, so it's the opposite arm to the front leg, and lean across to the side. And hopefully you feel it a bit deeper into the hip flexor. Good. You want to keep tucking the pelvis, so the more you tuck the pelvis, the more you will feel this stretch all the way here. So we're going to take a twist here. So you're going to bring that arm to the opposite knee, and you're going to twist, look behind you. Keep pushing, keep tucking the hip flexor. Sorry, keep tucking the tailbone, not the hip flexor. Good. Okay. Now other side. Tuck the back foot. Bring opposite hand up. It can take a little bit of time to understand this stretch because it's not a stretch that you're just sort of sinking into. You are really using the pelvis to open up the hip flexor. So the first time I did this stretch, I wasn't really able to feel it. So it does take a bit of time to understand how to deepen it. Good, and now opposite hand to knee, twist. Good, and relax. And just move the hips from side to side. Good. So we're going to do another lunge, and this lunge is completely different from that one. So it's quite an open lunge. It's targeting different areas of the hip. So I'll show you. Your front foot is turning out to the side, so it's externally rotated. Okay, now you want to have your back leg nice and lengthened, and you're coming onto your forearms. Okay, if you can't get down onto your forearms, you can use a block, or you can use a block anyway if that feels more comfortable. And you're really trying to open the front hip. I like to move around in this stretch, so I move from side to side. You can do the same. It's quite a nice glute stretch as well. Okay, and then coming up onto your hands, I want you to bend the back leg and see if you can catch the foot and pull the foot in towards your glutes. Good. Good. And now let's do the other side. Just move your hips around a little bit. Okay. And second side. So nice wide lunge. Bring the foot to the side. Back leg is straight. Coming down to forearms or onto a block. Opening the hip. Good, okay, and then from here you can collect the back foot and pull it in towards your bum. Good, and let go of the leg. Good job. So that's us done our hips. So we're going to move on to shoulders. So let's warm up the shoulders a little bit. So we're going to bring the hands and elbows together. You don't want your elbows to splay out, okay? So you're going to try to keep them together. All right, you're going to bring the arms out, squeeze the shoulder blades together, bring the elbows in. Okay, so we're going to do 2 sets of 10 of these. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And let's do one more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's quite hard to get the elbows together, isn't it? Alright, and now up and straight. Okay, straight arms, cross the wrists. Let's do 2 sets of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, another set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Arms out to the side. We're going to circle the arms, small circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now we're going to do the other way. So if you did clockwise, you're doing anti-clockwise. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So we're going to open the chest now. So we're bringing arms in, arms out. Okay, so we're bringing the chest forward as we bring the arms behind us. Alright, let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do another set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Shoulders warm? Okay, that's good. Alright, so the first exercise we will do is one of my favourite exercises. So you have a choice here. I'll show you the more advanced version, but I'm sure you can all do it. So the hands are flat. So you're going to bring one arm under the other and then the other arm crossed. Palms are facing upward. So we're targeting the top of the shoulders here. You can place a block onto the mat. Place your head onto the block just so that you can really relax into it. Like this. Pushing your weight down to open the shoulders. If that feels really weird and really uncomfortable, you could do one at a time. So you could just bring one arm down at a time. Yeah, so we'll try and hold this for a little while. I don't have my timer today. Hyro's supposed to time me, but I don't know where he is. Is he there? Oh, he's coming. Can you time us? We're gonna do that. We're gonna hold this for 1 minute, okay? So come up just now. 1 minute. Okay. So if it becomes too much, you can come out of it. Okay, you just listen to your own body and you work within your own limits. But we'll aim for a minute. Okay, so get into your position. You can use a block, remember, to rest your head upon. And let's, is it on now? Let's go. Straight arms. Okay, and finish. You can come out of that. Oh, did that feel weird? Good or bad? We're all so different, so some of you probably hated it, some of you probably felt quite good. Alright, so you can put the block away. So just on your hands and knees here, we're going to send one arm up towards the ceiling. Looking up. Okay, so these can be quite dynamic. So we'll do 10 on one side and then 10 on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay. And now, do you all have a band? If you don't have a band, let me know. But I think that most of you do. Okay, so you're going to come up onto your knees. Don't overextend in the lower back. Tuck the tailbone under. You're going to hold onto your band, so it really depends on your shoulder flexibility, how far away your hands should be, but try to keep them sort of shoulder width. And then you're going to bring the arms up behind you. So don't do this, okay? Try to keep upright. We're not going right up overhead just now. So let's do 10 of those. So 1. If you're struggling, just hold further apart. Okay? Hold the bigger space between the hands. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So let's do another 10 because that felt really good. Okay, you can hold the band in. You could hold in a little bit maybe. Make it slightly harder for yourself now that we've warmed up a bit more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, you can put the band away for a moment and I'll get you to stand up. So you can interlace your fingers. If you find it hard to interlace your hands or fingers, then you can use a band, so you can hold onto the band again. And you're going to fold forward, okay, so keep the legs straight, fold forward, allow the arms to hang, and then from here you're going to sway from side to side. Okay, so you should feel this in your hamstrings as well. It's quite a good hamstring stretch too. And it looks very strange. I'm just looking at myself in the screen and it looks really weird. You might want to do small little bounces as well. You know, push yourself sort of through your legs. Good, and drop the hands and come up. Good. Okay, so now that we are standing up, I'll just get you to do another exercise from standing. So it looks like I'm about to go into a back bend and drop back, but I'm not going to go into a bridge right now. So what I want you to do is tuck the stomach in, tuck the pelvis, strong legs, feet hip distance apart. You're going to bring the arms up and overhead. You're going to subtly engage the abs. Okay, I want you to look up towards the hands. So my hands are like this, and they're together, and my first fingers are pointing together. What I want you to do is look up towards the hands, keep the legs strong, and just try to engage the upper back. So you're trying to bend, but not letting the lower back interfere. So if you're doing it correctly, you might have felt quite a nice release on the upper back, maybe a crack, you know. If you're not doing it correctly, you probably felt it in your lower back. So what we're trying to do in this exercise is to learn how to keep this area really stable, because that's what you need to do to feel the upper back awakening or activating. So you really need to stabilize this area, engage your pelvic floor. If you know how to do that, if it's like almost like you need to go for a pee and you're trying to hold it in, so you can do that as well, just subtly, not too much. And let's try again. So nice and tight, arms up, and then arching. I mean, it might not look like you're getting any movement at all. I don't think it looks like I'm getting much movement either, but it's like small little pulses that actually do, you're actually doing quite a lot, and you should feel it a lot too. Good. So some of you are probably thinking, no idea what I was doing there, because it is quite hard to keep that part stable. It really is. And some of your upper backs haven't been activated yet, so they might be a bit sleepy. Okay, next exercise. I think we did this one last week. So you're going to have 2 blocks. You're going to place the blocks at shoulder width apart. So this is a really good exercise for triceps. So you want to have your elbows onto the block, so in the middle of the block roughly. Your hands are together like a prayer. What I want you to do is to move the knees back and try to push the chest down towards the mat. Now you have to make sure that the blocks are not wider than shoulder width apart. Mine were a little bit wide, so I'll just move them in slightly. Sometimes when you actually put your arms on, they do slide out a bit, so you have to be mindful of that. So I'm going to walk my knees back and push the chest down. Don't worry if your chest is nowhere near the ground, as long as you're feeling it deeply in the upper arms. Remember, try not to dip in the lower back. Good, so you can come out of that when you're ready. And we're going to go back into it again. So have a little break, move the arms around. So we will go into that again. And you're going to see if you can slide a little bit closer towards the mat. It's always good to do these exercises 2 or 3 times and hold them for a while as well. Since we just have an hour, like we hold them a little bit less than I would usually. If it was myself and I was stretching these, I would hold them for quite a while, especially if they feel like comfortable enough. Okay, let's go into that stretch again. So elbows in the middle, hands like a prayer, and you're pushing the arms onto the block and sinking the chest down. so you can come out of that when you're ready. Okay, ready for the next one? So we're going to do a dolphin pose now. So dolphin pose is a really good preparation for forearm stands. It's also a really good upper back opener. So I want you to take your block and place your first finger and thumb at the edge, so it's like an L. Okay, like this, elbows in. So you want the hands to be in line with your shoulders. Yep. Push the forearms away from the floor. So push them into the floor. Push the floor away. That's what I meant to say. Tuck the feet under. Straight legs, hips up. Okay. What I want you to do from here is walk in towards the block, and then from here, so the hips are nice and high, I want you to try and sink your chest low and push back. So it's a little bit like a downward dog, but with your elbows on the floor. So you're looking forward, pushing chest down. Okay. You might not get a huge amount of movement right now. If your elbows splay out, then bring them back in. Good. Okay, does anyone hear a click there? I got a nice click in my upper back. It's always satisfying when you can feel it working. Good. Shall we try that one more time? Let's try that one more time, see if it becomes a little bit easier. So remember, elbows in, palms spread, tuck feet under, hips up, and you're pushing back, pushing the chest down, shoulders away from the ears. Good, I love that stretch. I could do that all day. Alright, so next, come down onto your front. Okay, so we're going to just warm up the back a little bit more because we are going to be doing bridges. So your hands are on opposite elbows. Okay, you're going to push hip bones into the floor, keep the legs strong. You're going to squeeze your abs. Raise the elbows off the floor, okay? So you have to squeeze your abs a lot to be able to get this movement, all right? Let's do 10 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, those are hard, aren't they? Okay, can we do 10 more? Forcing you to do 10 more because I need to do 10 more. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my gosh, we made it. They're hard. So you might feel a nice warmness there in the back, especially the upper back area. Alright, so let's do a little bit for neck and upper back. So you're going to come to a wall. Hopefully you've all got a wall that you can use, or you could use a sofa or something. So you're going to pop your feet at the bottom of the wall. You're going to bring your elbows in together, hands underneath your chin, so like this. And we're going to do little pushes back towards the wall. So your aim of the exercise is to try and get the chest low towards the ground. Okay, let's do 10 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it. Good. Okay, probably you felt that more when you came out of it. Alright, next one. You're going to take a block. So it's up to you what setting you want the block on. So I'm going to have mine on the higher setting today. If that seems a little bit too much, but you have to be careful with your neck. The vertebrae is very small on your neck, so you don't want to damage it. But if you're used to doing these crazy stretches, then yeah, feel free to do this one. Otherwise, the block will be on the lower setting for you. So I'll show you from higher setting. Chin is onto the block. Hands are on the floor, push arms down. Sorry, it's hard to speak. So it's basically like a puppy pose with your chin underneath the block. Alright, if that's too much, remember, which it's totally fine because it is intense, have your block on the lower setting and have your chin onto the block. Squeeze your armpits down, straight arms. You can raise the hands up so that you're just on your fingertips. That sometimes helps to deepen the stretch. I mean, both feel good. You might want to try both. Both are slightly different. Some of you might prefer to do the puppy pose without a block. They're all good. They all just sort of target a little bit of a different area. Let's see how you're all doing. Good, Georgina. Nice, Solange. Good, Natalia. Susie, you look very relaxed. Leela, good. Sarah, good. Nice, Cindy. Good. You all look super relaxed. Good, Emma. Okay. So you can come out of that when you're ready. Good. So we're now going to go to the wall. Okay. So first one we're going to do is the cat stretch on the wall. So we're going to do it on the knees today. So hands up to the wall, you're going to push your chest towards the wall and then come out, tuck pelvis. So you're kind of curling out, so it's a bit like cat-cow bends, but you're using the wall. Okay, so that's just a really good way to warm up. So chest to the wall, and then roll out. And then again, just do this a few times in your own time. So once you feel warm enough, you can hold this position. Good, Heidi. Nice. And good. Gina, good. See, Gina's going on her tip of her fingers, which is a really good thing to do on the wall. So if you guys want to try that, so you're taking you're going onto your fingertips rather than having the palm flat. You can try to just raise the palm up a bit and go onto the fingertips. That helps deepen the stretch a bit. Good. Nice, Candy. Emma, watch out for the door handle. Yeah, it's hard to stretch on a door sometimes. Good, so you can just finish that one off. Take a forward bend, so you might want to take a tuck. Good. Okay, next one. This one is a really cool stretch. It's quite intense, so just take it easy. So you're going to come up onto your knees, so you're facing away from the wall. Now, I can't really tell you exactly where to be because everyone's arm lengths are different. But what I will say is try to have straight arms. So let's see. So what I want you to do is bring your arms up. You're going to look back towards the wall and find the wall with your hands. Now, some people do get a little bit scared of going back in that way. So even if you feel like you can't get your hands on today, don't worry. This can be an exercise for you to try another time when you're a bit more confident with back bends. Yeah, so if you're still a bit scared to find the wall, move in closer. If you're quite comfortable to find the wall, you're going to push your hands onto the wall, palms facing, palms flat. And you're going to tuck your feet and move your bum back towards your heels. Okay, so you're not actually sitting on your bum. Your bum is not sitting on the heels. You're just kind of moving it back, but not actually making it touch. If that feels quite okay, we walk the hands down further. Okay, I'll show you again. And if you're doing it correctly, it is a lovely, lovely stretch for your upper back. You'll feel like you want to fly after. So yeah, just be careful. I am aware that some of you might find it a little bit intense. So just try your best. You don't even have to touch the wall today if it's not in your practice. you can just kind of practice bringing the hands back, and you can still get an upper back stretch. You do want to try and stabilize the lower back again, so if you're feeling it too much in the lower back, remember everything that I told you. So do the pelvic tuck, engage the abs, pelvic floor, and yeah, just try to remember those things when you're going back. Some of you look a bit like confused. No, you're actually all doing really well. You're all having a go at it, which is great. Good, Sarah. Gina, good. So imagine you're trying to sit on your heels. That's what you need to imagine. Good, Anne. Crystal, can you walk your hands a teeny bit further down? The aim is to have straight arms. I know it's hard. That's the aim. So if they're still bent, they will be straight one day. Just will take a little bit of time. This is an advanced exercise. So yeah, it's always good to throw in one really hard exercise, isn't it? So just play around with it. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. I'm going to try one more time, so you can watch me again if you want to have a look how to do it. Okay, tuck the feet. Okay, and what I will suggest for that one is with the breathing. Sometimes I forget to talk about the breathing because I've been doing all of this stuff for a long time, and I'll be honest, sometimes like I just take it for granted that I know how to breathe in these things. But with breathing, I would say on the exhalation is when you do the big arch, when you bring the bum back to the heel. Okay, so you focus on your breathing always in contortion and stretching. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, but an exhale is when you bend, is when you go to your maximum. Okay, so you can try that. Never hold your breath. If you feel like you cannot hold a stretch, if it's really uncomfortable and you have to get out straight away, it's usually because you're not breathing correctly. You're holding your breath. Good, Sarah. Laura, good. Susie, good. If I haven't said your name, it's because I can't completely see you. You might be disguised by something. So some of you might have hated that exercise, some of you might absolutely love it, and it might be your favourite exercise. Okay, shall we do the next one? So the next one actually is one of my favourites. I posted it up on Instagram the other day, so if you want to have a look back at it, I did post it. So you're going to stand up towards the wall. You're going to keep your legs really strong. Okay, you want your legs to be strong, so engage. Make them straight. You don't want to bend the knees. You want to have your hands at hip distance apart, hip level apart as well. You want to push the hips into the wall. Okay, so feet should be hip distance apart. So you're going to engage the abs, so try not to opt to let the whole stretch go into the lower back to start with. So you have to stabilise the bendy lower back. And try to arch back one vertebrae at a time. Okay, so try to really engage and focus on what you're doing. Very slow and controlled. When you feel like you've reached a point where you cannot go back anymore, then you come up very slow and controlled, one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. Okay, I'm going to do that one more time. If you haven't seen it, you might want to watch. Good, let me see how you're all getting on, because this one is hard if you're not used to it, and at the beginning when you're doing this exercise it can be really hard to let go of fear. Sometimes the fear of going all the way back can stop you from bending. Good. Good, Heidi. Nice, Gina. Sarah, good. Susie, good. I think a lot of you have done this before because I have done this a few times in my other classes. Crystal, try and have your hands flat on the wall if you can. Good. And good. Don't forget to breathe. I would say when you're doing this exercise, try to do it 2 or 3 times. Okay, so if you've done it once, try and do it a couple more times, and you will notice bit by bit you're able to arch back more and you're starting to feel a lot more comfortable in it. So this is teaching you how to articulate the spine, so it's really important in a back bend to understand that you have different areas of the spine that you need to bend, not just the lower back. So this will hopefully teach you how to arch back using the whole spine. Yeah?
I have a question.
Yeah?
Should you keep your belly on the wall at all times when you're coming down, or?
Yeah. You want to. I didn't even know I had the sound on for you guys to speak, but it's good actually to hear your voice. Yeah, so ideally you want the hips to be pushing into the wall all the time. Okay, that's why you got to keep sort of pushing forward and keeping everything nice and engaged. When you go back, you want to keep it connected to the wall. Keep it connected as you come out of it too. So it's not so much the belly, it's more the front of the hips. Did that answer your question, Leila?
Yes, thank you.
No worries. If anyone else has got any questions, you can ask. Yeah, Leila, if you do feel like your hips are coming off the wall or your belly's coming off, it might mean that you're arching back a little bit too much. So you want to maybe just, maybe not go as deep. But all of these exercises do take time. Cool, okay. So I think that we can't do one of my classes without doing a bridge. I was thinking, I won't bother doing a bridge because we're kind of like almost near the end of the class, but you're not getting away with it. So we have to do a bridge. Have I got a question? Oh, Candy has to go. See you later, Candy. Thanks for coming. Okay, we're going to do a bridge. Let me see. Okay, so let's do a bridge with blocks. So you're going to have your hands on top of the blocks. You're going to place the blocks at the wall and to touch the wall with your chest. Some of you might be a little bit further away, but that's fine. Keep practicing this exercise. So giving ourselves more height in the bridge will allow us to push a little bit further and to bring the bridge make it a little bit more narrow as well. So I'll show you first what I want you to do. So hands onto the blocks, shoulder width apart, okay? You're going to walk in towards the wall. So try and squeeze the hips up towards the wall and see if you can push the chest forward. Straight arms. Now it's okay to, I got a head rush. It's okay to raise the heels up, that's absolutely fine. That can help your bridge actually, that can make the shape of the bridge a nicer shape. It can also squeeze your hips up, so it can take a little bit less pressure off the lower back. If you do not do bridges right now, then you can do a yoga style bridge. So I like to have my hands onto my feet, squeeze the bum, raise the hips up, and then bring my shoulders in. So squeeze the shoulder blades in together. And really focus on pushing the hips up, keeping the legs strong, engaging the quads. Good, Gina. Nice, Sarah. Susie, good. Leela, good. Push a little bit more forward with the chest. Anne, how are you doing? Is the bridge not happening today? Oh yeah, is your shoulder okay? If your shoulder, yeah, be careful with your shoulder. Solange, good. Keep pushing the chest forward. How you doing, Laura? I want you to do 2 bridges, 2 or 3, it's up to you. If the second one feels good, then you can do another one. I'm gonna do one again. Good, so if you have finished your bridges, then you can take a roll. So hands underneath the knees. You're going to roll, trying to massage the lower back. And you can take a twist as well, an easy twist. So hand to opposite knee, look behind your back, twist. Another side. So just take your time doing these counter stretches. Good, so well done everyone. You all did very well, and it was lovely to share this hour with you. So hopefully your back, your upper back is feeling good. Did you guys all feel the stretches in the upper back? Would love to know about it. If you want to quickly put it in the chat. Sorry, we are over time, so sorry if I'm holding you guys up. So yeah, if you did feel a really nice engagement of the upper back, let me know. And if there was a particular exercise that you really enjoyed, you can put that on as well, because it's always good to know which ones you like. No worries, Laura. Sarah says starting to figure out the difference between lower and upper. Yeah, that's really good. And that does actually take a bit of time, because when you're first learning these things, you know, a back bend is a back bend, and that's all you know. So yeah, it is quite cool when you realise that actually there's different parts to stretch, there's different parts of the back to stretch. Gina says, I really like the stretch hands on the wall. Yeah, I could see that you liked that one. Yeah, I like that one too. Natalia, yes, it was amazing. The one on the wall and yeah, I thought you'd like. I saw that you were good at that one as well, Natalia. See you next week, Sarah. Yeah, I think I'll be including that one in another class of mine. It was actually a stretch that I did a long time ago, and I forgot about it. It just popped into my head earlier this morning. So I thought, oh, I'll teach that one today. It was a stretch that I used to do a lot. Good, Heidi. I'm glad that you liked it. You liked the backwards walk down one and the wall bridge. Yeah, the wall bridge is a good one too. Barbara, I felt some good progress. Good. That's great. Thanks, Leela. Sarah, is it okay to walk down the wall into a bridge instead of pushing into it? Yeah, you can, definitely. You can get into a bridge however you want to. Walking down the wall's fine, yeah. That's no problem. As long as once you're in the bridge, your arms are straight. Susie said her back bends felt a lot stronger. That's great. Yeah, back bends feel actually so much better after upper back exercises. Like I noticed that myself after the shoulder stretches as well, that my back bend felt a lot more comfortable. So it is definitely worth working on the upper parts. Cool. Well, thanks for coming, guys. And yeah, I will see you soon. I've got one Friday, it's Crazy Contortion. We're working on chest stands. You don't have to be able to do a chest stand to join, don't worry. It's preparation stretches. There'll be more upper back stretches in that class as well. And Friday's Crazy Contortion. Saturday is Barbie doll hips. Lots of splits and hip openers. Sunday is the weekly needle scale. So see you hopefully in one of those classes, and have a great night or a great morning wherever you are. Bye!